Hello everyone, Merry Christmas to everyone watching this video, because it's time for a Christmas video, and a late one at that. Yay! I haven't got my Christmas hat on, but that's okay-ish. And I'm merely here to be showing off my Christmas presents and also explain why it's taken this long to actually get this video up. Well, for starters, during Christmas Day I had my bro and my nephew over. And I've been getting my bro's help to help get my new bit of kit ready. So I'll be showing exactly what that new kit is. But I'm going to be showing off the Christmas presents that I got, which I didn't get much, but they were just the things that I wanted. So let's get down to it. So first of all is, what games did I get for Christmas? Well, just one, and it's for the PS4, and that is Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1 Plus for PS4. And it's the Plus edition of the very first Hyperdimension Neptunia remake game that was on the PlayStation Vita. I have Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1 on the Vita, which that one never got a physical release for some reason on the Vita, PlayStation Vita in Europe. But the second and third games did get physical releases on the PlayStation Vita, and I got those. And now I have the physical version of Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1 Plus. And yes, this is the English version of it. It took a while for us to get the English version of this for the PS4, because Japan got the Plus edition first, and they never bothered to do an English version of this Plus edition for the PS4 for some reason until much later. And I have heard stories about this was planned for the Nintendo Switch as well, but they canned it due to the content not being approved for the English version due to the content incursions and content and age rating systems incursion. Yeah, an incursion between the age rating systems and content approvals between the platform holders and the age rating groups. Yeah, they had an incursion, but the PlayStation owners were still happy enough were still able to get this version, as well as the second and the third game as well. I was going to get that trilogy, but there was no trilogy bundle online for what I was able to find. So all three of these games were released separately. Ridiculous. But oh well, I got the very first Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth game on PS4. This is a retelling of the events of the very first Hyperdimension Neptunia game that came out all the way back on the PlayStation 3 back in, was it 2010 or 2011 or 2011? I cannot remember. And that was my first exposure to Hyperdimension Neptunia, because I remember looking at the cover art, the back of the original one, back when I was over my old friend's house, my friend Mr. Tom Light's house, about like many years ago. And I remember looking at the back of that game and just being wowed by this character being able to summon like Sega games into the game. And wow, it was truly a hilarious game. The Hyperdimension Neptunia games are always known for like the amount of like comedy references to anime, manga, and video game cultures, and it's truly a hilarious games for sure. And the games well, they're not great, or you know, they're not nothing good by any means of the imagination, but still, well, they're passable games nonetheless. Yeah, it's got the game on the descriptions on the back. Nothing really else here other than the artwork as such. So it's time to open this. For some reason, when I opened up my presents, they were putting these little gift wrappers. For some reason, I didn't really like those. Didn't really like putting those in the wrapper. Those gift bags, they just looked stupid. Not to mention the laces done for them, and were just terribly tied up. Really hated those. Anyway, okay, here we go. Got the wrapper. Come on. I'm doing this all in one hand here. Alright, here's the packaging. So here's the original Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1 Plus on PS4. Opening it up, get the disc, and yeah, just a simple paper. But it's a two-sided one, right? Because it's got... Oh, yep, it's the two-sided one. Because it's got the original artwork of the Neptunia Rebirth 1 that was on the Vita. That's cool. And there's the disc showing Nep in all her glory. I haven't played much of Neptunia, of first Hyperdimension Neptunia, because the original Neptunia requires a actual PlayStation Vita to actually play it. It doesn't work with the PlayStation TV for some reason. And the original Neptunia, I never really played anything past the tutorial dungeon, and that's what. And yeah, remaking the first Neptunia game for the Vita and the next consoles was a good idea, because Neptunia for the PS3 was a really rough around the edges game that has not really been a good game to play through. It was a chore to go through, and a very big and a really awful slogfest to go. Right, so that's the first Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth game I got. I got the second game and the third game to get on the PS4, and then I'll be done getting all the Neptunia games on PlayStation 4. Then I can then focus my efforts on getting the Neptunia games for the PlayStation 5, and then after that I can start playing through them. So that's Neptunia Rebirth 1. Now the next things I have are more or less just controller and accessory kind of things. Things I've been wanting to get some additional hardware that I wanted to get my hands on. So my first up is a new controller, and that is the Battler GC wireless gamepad, and I got an orange one, and this is for the GameCube, which also works with the Switch, Nintendo Wii, and Wii U consoles. And I wanted to get this because I've been interested in wanting to find some alternative GameCube controllers that would work for on a Wii console. So I still got my Nintendo Wii game console plugged in right here. See, there's my Wii console. I've been wanting to find a GameCube controller that will work fine with this, so I wanted to try that out. So I kind of went with this one, and I've heard this is like an alternative version, an alternative to the GameCube wireless controller called the, what was it, the Wave Buster thing? I can't remember what it was called, but I think it was a silver GameCube controller that was wireless, and it had like a receiver on it that you plug into the GameCube or something, whichever one it was. And yeah, here it is. Now here's one of the alternative versions you can get your hands on. Disclaimer, my one is orange, but you could get like one like I think you can get one that's either black or a purple one, which is listed on Amazon. And this one does look every bit as close it can to a GameCube controller, especially with the button layout that it looks like as well. So here it is. It has everything, and it has the like switch control buttons as well, like the start button, home button, and I think there's a turbo button as well. And it was made by Retro Fighters as well, so they wanted this to be a GameCube inspired controller. On the sides of it, it just shows more of the company logo. Yep, Retro Fighters. And in this side it shows the controller. Here so shows warranty, and now here's the back of it. The next revolution for Retro Fighters is here. The Battler GC is an ergonomically designed controller that is compatible with GameCube, Wii U, Switch, and PC. You know, if you want to use this on your PC. The Battler GC features pressure sensitive analog triggers, comfortable and accurate directional pad, and responsive analog sticks. Take your GameCube playing experience to the next level with 2.4 GHz wireless technology and a 10-hour rechargeable battery. Yep, so it's got 2.4 GHz wireless technology, press the sensitive buttons, wireless vibration feedback, compatible with GameCube, Game Boy Player, which I don't have, Wii U, Switch and PC. Comfortable and accurate D-pad, offset analog stick placement, responsive analog sticks, dual Z shoulder buttons, wireless range of 30 feet, and a USB charging port. Yep, alright. So, let's unbox this bastard then. I think it's got, here it is. It's got like a little thing I can push. But screw it, I can just drop it. Guess not. Oh, this is going to require 2 hands. I'm going to need to put this down. Alright. Lifting it up now. There we go. Alright, finally opening this confinement up. We got an assortment of stuff. And is that it? Yep, it's all here. Alright, so inside this little thing, inside the box you get nice looking bag here. We got the controller itself, which actually surprisingly looks really comfortable on my hands. Really surprisingly comfortable on my hands. Really looks great. Got a button here. Got an array of sort of buttons here. You got a second down. You got a right analog stick, which actually some of the I think it's got a much more comfortable right analog stick I've found in a while. I'm going to be trying the fun grips on it in a moment and see how that feels. And then you got the D-pad, and I think that's a very nice D-pad. Yep. And then you got the USB, which is in one of these. So here we go. That's all that wired gone. And there we go. And we got a very nice long cable. We should be able to reach my Wii console fine because my Wii console actually has a it actually has a a USB port on it, so I should be able to use this thing fine. Okay, so here's the wire. Yeah, it should be a good enough distance between me and the console, so I should be able to use this fine. Oh, and you also get inside here two things. One I think is the USB dongle, so you can connect it to your Switch or PC, and also is the GameCube dongle, so you can connect this to your GameCube or your Nintendo Wii or Wii U if you've got the Smash Bros. GameCube accessory thing. So you get like a whole bunch of stuff with it, and it all looks pretty substantial. And connecting this thing to either your Nintendo Switch, your Wii U, or the PC. So fantastic. So the very last thing I do want to try out is how do the thumb grips will feel when I put them on this thing. So let's try it out. Here's my red one. I actually want to use the red ones on this thing. Actually, to my surprise, it seems to fit. Okay, so it's on. And yeah, to my surprise, it actually feels good. Oh, feels fantastic. Right, I wasn't able to find a second pair of these. Oh well. Oh well. But for now, it can borrow my blue one. Which, fair enough. So, yep. There we go. Both of these thumb grips are on. Ah, now this feels great. Much great. Feels much better. Now when I eventually get the next set of the dragon scale grips, the next red one I pick up is gonna go on top of here. Is gonna go on top of here, and it's gonna fit brilliantly fine. Because thankfully these thumb grips are big enough to fit onto this Nintendo Switch inspired ish controller. Yeah, and everything else just feels really good on the hands. I'll give this controller a bit of a try out in a moment. Alright, so that's the Battler GC controller on the GameCube. Right, let's move this crap over here. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that should be enough space for the next one, for the last one. Alright, so the very last gift that I got for Christmas is a new PSP hands grip. I've been wanting to find a new grip for this PSP for such a long time. And I finally got one that's good enough for me. And I'm just gonna have Tales of Eternia just play in the background while I talk about it. Yeah, I've been wanting to get my hands on a fully capable grip for this thing, because an all new grip for my PlayStation Vita is all I've been wanting. Like, I still got my old grip for my Vita, my PlayStation Portable. Like, I haven't got any problems with it, like, for now. But I've been wanting to look around for a better one that is more comfortable on the hand and feels much more joypad traditional. And this one feels more like a traditional joypad. Like, every single ounce of it feels like a joypad. And yeah, and disclaimer, all they had was the right ones, were the white ones. And these ones were like 35 to 40 pounds. So they were insanely expensive. But I think these ones were much more premium. But this feels like a premium grip. So I'm guessing, so I'll let it slide. And even going as far as having the PlayStation logo on it. And the PSP logo on the back of it as well. And it has multiple hexagon shapings as well. And there's ones like this designed for like one for a regular 1000 PSP, and one like this one which works with the PSP 2000 and 3000, which are like the more slimmer models of the system. And I got it working with this instantly. But the one little thing it comes with is it comes with this little thing right here. This comes off and this comes on. Like I'll show. like this plug goes in here. I know this thing is slipping off. And my lanyards, this is coming off. So yeah, you plug this on the bottom of the PSP. Oops, sorry, I had it on the bottom. Here we go. This connects on the bottom, and then you think slaps on the top there, and it holds the console in position, so you can shake it around and it won't fall off. And you can play your PSP like if it were like a proper control pad. And I played this for a couple of hours with it, and it's actually a really comfortable grip. Really fantastic grip. I absolutely really like it. Really fantastic. I absolutely really enjoying this grip. And I've been playing this with not only Tales of Eternia, but I also played it with Dissidia 012, Dual Destin, Final Fantasy, some Mega Drive Collection, and some Breath of Fire 3 as well. Yeah, this grip is just so fantastic. I can't wait to really get working with the PlayStation V Portable. The only real significant downside with this thing is, unlike the other grip that I got, there's no space to be able to take out the UMD disc from the system. So you have to constantly take this thing off, remove it from the grip, and then you take out the UMD disc off your console and swap it for a new one every time you have to change the games on it. But I'm going to be putting in some download games onto this thing, to make it less of an annoying hassle, to make taking the thing off the grip, less of an annoying hassle. Like, I may put some games onto this thing, because I want to put some PS1 games, and maybe some digital only PSP games that are only playable on this thing. So that's kind of the one thing I want to do with the PSP now. So I want to, sort out the digital games on the PSP and be able to finally play, my games like on this device here. So I'm absolutely really great that I've got this thing to use on my PSP, and so far, for what I've played of it, yeah, feels great on the hand. I didn't feel like I had any cramps. I didn't feel any discomfort using this thing. It just worked all around, and it even has plenty of places for me to put my battery in it, my cable into the system, so I can charge it, or when I need to use it or when I need to turn the system off. And it even has access to the memory stick dual, which I'm not going to take out. I'm going to leave it in there. And I really would have went for the black one, you know, to go with the color, but all they had was the white ones. The black ones were sold out. Like all the black ones were sold out like really instantly. And I really wanted to get my hands on one of these for a while, and I'm happy that I got one of these. But I am gonna keep my other one in case anything happens with this grip. Like, you know, in case of any potential damage. Or anything worse, who knows. So good purchase, and I got something that's really worth making this an actual thing to hold. So alright, so that's my whole Christmas present that I've gotten for Christmas. So that's it, right? Wrong. There is one more thing that I want to show you. So I'm going to show you what that is. Here it is, and this is what I've been looking to get my hands on for quite some time. And it is an all new PC. I've got an all new computer now. I've been needing to upgrade to an all new PC because, number one, Windows 10, which I've been using for the past several years, has now been stopped support. So now everyone's moving on to Windows 11. So now I've got a Windows 11 PC. And so far, everything's all being set up, and it's working pretty well. I've had my brother come in to help me get this thing set up, and I've made transfers over from my old PC, which is over there. This is my old PC that I've had since 2015-ish, 2014, 2015-ish. Boy, this thing is so freaking old. Yeah, this thing is so old. So now it's finally time to get that new upgrade. So it was time for like an all new PC upgrade, which is now here. Yep, so now this new PC, it's a 16 gigabyte PC, which is going to be necessary for like all the other stuff that I want to do. It may not be perfect for games, but hey, but what games I may play on this thing will probably be will be simple games and small spec games, which I'm sure I'll be able to get working pretty fine. But I'll see if I can look into getting Splitgate 1 working on this thing and see how that works. If I'm willing to give that game a try and try on the PC. And now here's my Windows 11 PC right now. This is how it looks so far. And yeah, everything is everything is just currently up and going. And I'll just show you one little game I've got working. It's a personal favorite of mine. Here is Adventure Quest World. And so far that seems to be running pretty well. Just a little MMO game. I used to play this one like a lot. Yeah. And it seems to be running pretty well on the highest performance. So yeah. So I've got simple things working on it, and I've also been sorting out my Steam account. I've been getting rid of one of my old Steam accounts that I've made like a long time ago, and now I'm gonna work on making an all new Steam account. Now the only thing I need to do for this PC, aside from just setting it up, for setting up my controllers and my Wii remote for it, is I've got to buy a new HDMI port, because I'm using the one that's on the Xbox 360, because this thing now only has a HDMI slot now for connecting monitors. So I have to use a HDMI port now. So I have to use like HDMI ports now on these monitors now, instead of like a traditional instead of like having these these traditional connectors like around here ish, instead of like your traditional monitor connection things, which my other PC has. So if I want to play Xbox 360 games on my computer monitor, I have to like get a new HDMI cable, which yeah, I'm planning to get one of those when I go out tomorrow. When I go out to Curry's, I'll go have a look around and see what HDMI cables they've got for cheap. So that's one of my current plans. Second of all is getting my emulator set up. So I want to set up Frostval up for it. And then thirdly, it's getting so my next work documents showcasing all my game review work and readying open office and my other stuff, ready for when I want to continue my game review work or my video editing work, and just testing to see how all of this works out. So all of this should work. So everything for the moment is going well. So that's gonna really do for my Christmas presents. So that is all of my Christmas presents I've got. Now it's taken me a while to get this thing done, because I had to spend like a majority of Christmas Day having to get all of my files and all my work crap onto a USB stick, and that alone took like an hour, maybe an hour or two to get all my files onto a USB stick ish, and then all my screenshots that I've got for all my planned game reviews. Yeah, those I had to put onto a disc as well. Those were annoying. And yeah, there was just a lot of transferring and shit like that. And then there was the cleaning up and the reboot. And then there was all the cleaning up I had to do. Deleting everything that I wasn't using on my computer as well. And then there was setting up my Hotmail and my email account, my Microsoft account ish on my computer, which took a long time because the password things really went through my brain. again, I couldn't remember my password and stuff, and I had to mess around with it. My bro and me had to help. Get that sorted. Eventually that all worked out. And I got a password document now sorted out, which I'm going to be making use of for when I make, in case I have to reset the password for a lot of my accounts. So that means if I get new accounts sorted, I have to really get, a new password that I have to type down every time I want to make a new password. Which, it helps reduce the headaches a lot. And then there's one more thing that I plan to do with this PC. Is the next time my bro comes up, or if I get my other brother, one of my other brothers to help out, is transferring one of my hard drives from this old computer into my new one. So I want to have like a separate hard drive from my Windows operating system to having a bigger hard drive for all my games. You know, that I want to play on this thing. Which I think it's possible to get like a second hard drive on it. So yeah, so I kind of sorry about that. My camera's running low on battery, so I've got it on charge while I'm doing this. But I'll make this quick. So I have to make this now quick. So what was I saying? Yeah, I want to take the hard drive from this old thing and put it into this new thing, because I believe you can get like, if it's feasible, get like a second hard drive, one that's bigger, so you can have it left for like all your storing, like all your games and other apps on there that you want to have on the other PC. I'm sure you can do it, because my old PC right here has 2 hard drives, and I use one of those for Windows, and I use the other hard drive for all my games. Or in an emergency, use my other hard drive for when I'm saving a lot of my video work. And boy has this thing been through a lot, been through so much. Might need a hoover. How long has it been since this thing has been hoovered? How long has it been since this computer's been cleaned up? And this new computer is really new, so I'm going to be making use of what this features this thing has, and I'm going to be learning how Windows 11 works. So because now everybody's has to move on to Windows 11, because Windows 10 is outdated, and everybody's expecting you to move onwards. So I'm going to be making use of what it has to produce some new reviews and some new videos that I plan to do in the future. So yeah, I think this is going to do it for this Christmas video. Sorry this is taking longer than I would have hoped, but hopefully you got some enjoyment out of it. And I'll see you all in the New Year video, where I will show off all the games that I bought and all the stuff I had for Christmas, and give you my personal updates and goals for the new year. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. Give it a comment, like, and subscribe, and be sure to check out some of my other videos and my other game reviews and other blogs that I've put up on my GameSpot channel. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.